Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 32, Light's Void. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Conne, the Bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here. Are we gonna make it out of this one, guys?
Who's to say? Shane as Umbramancer Zeviid.
I have a feeling that we are going to make it out of this one. Hopefully, maybe, probably.
Elliot as Rhys Guiltleaf, the Heartseeker.
If we don't make it out, please let it be known I am the spiciest pickle.
And Ash as Queen Dani Erion.
I'm really hoping on this plot armor, guys.
As always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra was still reeling from the secret they'd uncovered. Within the Palace of Bloodrot in the Realm of Abaddon, it was revealed that in life, in the distant past, Urgathoa, Goddess of Undeath, was the blood aunt of Queen Dani Erion. Zeviid's powerful necromancy, coupled with Rhys's understanding of various societies' death's rites, Conne's brilliant arcane mind, and Dani's melodic pleas, Hierophant Caspian Evenheart, father of Urgathoa, was raised as a Siabrae. The Lich-Druids of Gozreh are not well known, yet will make a powerful ally. Speaking to her grandfather for the first time, Dani had many questions but little time. Caspian confirmed that Dani's mother Danica and grandmother Talandia did indeed successfully perform a time travel ritual after Urgathoa's apotheosis. Walking as they talked, they soon came upon a large stone statue of a beautiful angel. Knowing the celestial language, Dani read the name on the plaque, Melek Taus, the Peacock Angel. Zeviid, ever the theologic scholar, knew of Melek Taus as the leader of Iudica, the sixth tier of the Mountain of Heaven. Slain by Juriel, the rider of war, Melek Taus was kept by Urgathoa as a grim trophy. Until, that is, Zeviid utilized stone-to-flesh magic, freeing the Peacock Angel. Hiding with the other undead, Dani translated while Rhys spoke, and Zeviid huddled behind Conne. Melek Taus was pleased to have been freed and offered his help against Light's Void. With all the courage he could muster, Zeviid overcame his crippling fear of angels and handed over Sapphire, an angel's soul trapped within a black sapphire, to the Peacock Angel, who happily accepted the ally. With a whoosh of feathers, Melek Taus set off toward Juriel's domain to retrieve his lost greatsword and a large side of vengeance. At the base of the tower, Zeviid found a necroscrying orb. Not passing up an opportunity for information, he fired it up and looked through the eyes of various undead around Abaddon. First, within the throne room of Urgathoa, war daemons, Watchtower Shadows, and Light's Void herself loomed large. Second, the throne room of Juriel, rider of war, who was in a pitched battle with Melek Taus already. Lastly, through the eyes of a vampiric archer, honing his skill in the presence of a creature who looked shockingly like Illcayna Alonnor. Scouting ahead, Dani and Caspian wild-shaped into spiders, creeping up the tower to the upper floor. The spiral staircase went high into the sky of Abaddon, leading to a magical ward which keeps out non-undead, a statue to Urgathoa which demands tribute, devotion, and love before one can reach the peak. Lux Et Umbra met back up in a makeshift classroom for fledgling undead, overseen by one of the three daughters of Urgathoa, Clotho. Using a skill bequeathed by Baba Yaga, everyone stepped within Dani's shadow as she flew in bat form to the ceiling. Rhys and Conne's attacks were swift and brutal, allowing Zeviid to absorb Clotho's shadow within his staff, Memento Mori. Onward, Conne and Zeviid found a small hole through which to squeeze, finding a massive taxidermied phoenix talon on the other side. Oddly, it cast no shadow, which surprised Zeviid greatly as he took several feathers. Beyond a false wall, everyone once again stepped within the shadow of Zeviid as he pilfered a sewing room of its beautiful gowns and robes. A training room lay beyond a door, filled with dummies, all having many puncture wounds on their neck. It is clear these undead are being given both combat training and education. As he slithered and slunked across the floor, Zeviid nearly gave away the game, but kept quiet as he looked up at Lachesis, daughter of Urgathoa. Nearly vibrating with anticipation, Conne leapt from her shadowy position, slashing the powerful undead across her throat with two artery-splitting slices. Zeviid once again absorbed her shadow within Memento Mori with little issue. Seeing the futility of resistance, the vampire archers quickly declared fealty to Queen Dani and informed her where the last daughter of Urgathoa was. Conne crept up the lone wizard's tower, the rest of Lux Et Umbra neatly tucked within her shadow, to find the last of the three sisters, Atropos, poring through Tessariel's spellbook. In a flash, Conne, Rhys, and Wasilka sliced Atropos to shreds, giving Zeviid his final opening to absorb her shadow. With Memento Mori powered up, Tessariel's spellbook returned, and Bloodrot Palace cleared. It was finally time. Up, up, up the highest tower they hiked, Dani gave her locket as tribute, returning it at last to its original owner. Knowing how to remove the barrier, Zeviid and Caspian worked together to absorb the abjurative ward. With a few last-minute spells cast, Zeviid beseeched Cabriri for aid. Him Who Gnaws was only too happy to oblige, opening the door to Urgathoa's throne room and the enemies within. And this is where we come in today. Finally, after 54 episodes of setting this up, we come into the throne room of Urgathoa, face to face with several enemies who I will show you some art for. The least important of which are closest to you have seen several times before in the past, Watchtower Shadows. As Zeviid has explained, they are creatures made of raised shadow, both undead and inanimate at the same time. But in addition, up on the landing before you, much like when you first entered into Abaddon at the front gate, which hatched from a large crystal, three Puro daemons, the war daemons, each with dark silver weapons sticking out of their bodies. And lastly, far at the end, upon a throne hewn of the souls of 1,000,000 sinners, is Light's Void herself, the shadow of Urgathoa, wielding a gleaming longsword in one hand and a shield with the unholy symbol of Urgathoa emblazoned upon the hide. First up...
Before we start...
Oh yes, go ahead.
May I ask that I have Rot-Trot here with me, and I'll mark down that my Phantom Steed spell was cast.
You sent off before you went into the geyser, into the boiling hot water. You had him fly off. So would you have him come back now, or? If
I was wondering, since I forgot to do it, I have Phantom Steed that I can cast to kind of summon him to me.
Okay, yeah, you can do that then, absolutely. Let me grab Rot-Trot for you.
I just realized I'd have to... I think Zeviid would have remembered to get some transportation for himself, but it was a long session last week.
47.5, it was. So I gave Rot-Trot your initiative. Let me make him friendly.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Non-hostile. And I just dropped him right next to you. There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll just put him right underneath me then.
All right, one more time. You can move yourselves anywhere left and right or backwards if you like, but no further forward than where I had you start.
Okay.
But...
Do I have Ares and Arwen here?
Yes, Ares and Arwen are both with you. Just one moment.
Sorry, for some reason my thing is very, very tiny, so I can't see very well.
You're good. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So, as she stands from her throne, Light's Void looks to each of you. And let me share this so you can read along in case I'm hard to understand. And she says,
"At last,
child,
believe it or not, you have finally shown yourself. For so long we have waited, biding our time in our cursed exile. For 28,000 years, the Pharaoh, the mother and I, the princess, have waited and planned. That damnable ritual kept us from our prides all this time. But now the skies align to our cause, bringing about the chaos and entropy needed to weaken every celestial law. The weave, the planes, and the planets are converging for one purpose. Our purpose. Lux Et Umbra. Long have you been a thorn in our side. We have expended much time and energy seeking the blood of Erion and the secrets of him. The key to the dead vault. We shall wait no longer, for today you die and join the vast, unstoppable armies of Urgathoa. Hope is a moment now past, for the shadow of death is the one I cast.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
I don't know who the other person
actually
listening
worked.
to my playlist is, but that went
That's
along
me.
very
That's me.
Nice.
went along with the music pretty well. I feel like.
Did that voice come through? Because I couldn't hear it on my end.
I could hear it, yeah.
I came
Yeah,
through.
it changed
as
my
a
voice?
microphone.
Yep.
Yes.
Good,
Thank
okay.
you for sharing the text though. That was very helpful.
Yeah, because
I
it was
thought-
very
yeah.
hard to hear.
I did a lot of practice with this, so I was like, I should probably give them the text. So I also have written down, since I have to do like the first 5 things, they should not take long. So first up in order is Caspian Evenheart, Dani's grandfather. Him and Wasilka both rolled a 55 on initiative. Which is pretty, yeah,
Ignore Rhys, who just traveled in front of Urgathoa. That was to
sure.
give the camera perspective.
I got you. So, first things first, he has everyone targeted. Yes, I think. Let me double check. Does he have everyone targeted? Yes, he does.
Seems like he does.
So, he's going to say, Lux Et Umbra, everyone, my daughter, we must act with haste, as he casts 7th level haste on all of you.
Whoa!
7th level. Does that just mean he can target more people?
Yeah. It's
That's pretty cool.
up to 6 creatures. So it was himself, all 4 of you, and Wasilka. All
Oh,
just
fuck
got
yeah.
7th level haste.
Well, shit.
So that is 7th level haste, and then he is going to, with his last action, he's going to hop onto Ares, Dani, if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
You still have another pet.
Yep.
Then, all right, so that's the end of Hierophant's turn. Second up is Wasilka. She starts vibrating with energy, and you hear from Charlie. She says, Conne, let's do this! As circus powers away! As she ghoul leaps 55 feet to here. Second action is going to be to ghoul leap again to get the high ground up on the stairs above this shadow creature. And then she is going to use a flurry of blows to attack it with her short sword twice, her dark silver short sword. So there's 1. Come on. There it is. Roll.
You're no match for our circus powers.
Okay, that's 1 hit. No match. And 2 hits. All right, so I'm just going to roll this as a critical.
Go ahead.
Booyah! So, 73 damage, a little bit resisted, so you now know these resist 15 physical damage, because she did 58 total. That is the end of Wasilka's turn. Bringing it, so Charlie, she doesn't count.
Like Wasilka cartwheels over to this guy, and you just hear da 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 da.
Yes.
But it's all metal music.
Oh, that'd
So-
actually be pretty sweet.
Right?
That would actually be really sweet. Come on. I need to have you selected, you targeted. There we go. So, the Puro Demon, the War Daemon, first up of the 3, it begins to levitate where it's at, and it flies forward 50 feet to right there. 55, there we go. And using, I believe it's 1 9th level spell slot. Let me double check.
Real quick. Change your audio again because you're doing
Yes,
that cutting.
thank you. You're right. 1 second.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that the crackling.
Nah, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I did.
Now that you pointed
There
it
we
out,
go.
it's like,
How's
oh
that?
yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm coming directly through. Okay, we're good.
Yep.
So, I think it only has. There we go. To cast its 1 9th level spell to cast Blade Barrier on top of all of you in a 120-foot line. So, any of you who moved backwards, smart job. So, anyone who didn't move backwards, which would be Conne, these, and Zeviid, are you back 1 or are you on top of Rottrot?
I'm on top of Rottrot. I just kind
Okay.
of put my character on top of the image to make it look like
All
my
right.
portrait is on top of his
All
back.
right, then I'm gonna not include you in this. All the rest of you, I can make you roll the saves and such to save
Yeah. Oh,
time.
Yeah,
can I use
please.
my foresight reaction to give myself
Yes,
advantage
to
on
give
this
yourself
saving throw?
advantage, you can.
Mm.
Just 1 second. I need to put it.
That's what it's there
There.
for.
That is exactly what it's there for. So, here's everyone's save. Then Conne just rolled another one in Chat. Let's see. You critically succeeded, Conne. You don't even need to.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
You can actually keep your reaction since you didn't
Sweet.
need to burn it. So everyone else gets 10d8 force damage, and it should automatically cut it if you succeeded. So Rhys, you take 0 damage because you critically saved. The Alchemist only takes 14 damage because it's saved. Mycelium only takes 14 damage. Yeah, Arwen and Ares both save. Only 4 things take 14 damage. A part of that was Conne's Wog Power, your temporary hit points you gave. So that was very, very helpful. That's the end of the Daemon's turn. Tessariel is now up. First thing she's going to do is move out of the blade wall. Or under it. She's going to try and move under it. So I'm going to have her roll an acrobatics check. $41, more than enough. So Tessariel moves forward to here. I have a note. Yes, Phase Bolt on number 1. So she is going to try to save her high-level spells and say, we need to ensure we don't waste all of our energies so quickly. She's going to use a cantrip on this guy. Ooh, nat 3. Wow, miss. Okay, so that's the end of her turn. She shoots a bolt of energy at this shadowy creature, and it opens a hole in its own chest like a donut, and it passes straight through. End of her turn. I believe that brings it to Zeviid. Yes, finally, I'm done.
So, just a question about Mycelium and the gang. Do they have dark silver arrows? Did we find arrows and all the dark silver stuff that we found that they could?
I believe so. Let me double check and see if I gave them that buff, because you found more than enough arrows to have given them some. Let's see, Mycelium. Does he have it? Yeah, I gave them the buff. They do have dark silver weapons.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Good thing to check, but yes, they have it.
And the Living Shadows, what do I know about their weaknesses? What are they vulnerable to?
Great question. Let me find one.
I think we've made the checks earlier and I knew, but I just
light vulnerability and dark silver. So they do have physical vulnerabilities, so they will resist 15, but then you will do an extra 15, so it kind of counters it out.
I see.
But light vulnerability.
Well, that ain't my thing, but I'm going to a top rot trot.
80-foot fly speed.
Oh, yeah. Can I? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to select my guy too. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go directly up with my haste action and get like above. How high is the blade barrier?
It's no more than a 5-foot cube.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we just go right over.
As long as you weren't standing in it, you can move around it easily, especially if you're flying.
Yeah. And then I'm going to give commands to the other guys.
Mycelium in them?
Yeah, so I know that the Hollow Serpent seems to already be like eyeing up that shadow over there, so I'm just going to leave that alone. I'll look to Mycelium and them, and I'll say, do not attempt to cross the barrier. Knock your arrows on your bows and kill the Pyrodamon, the one that cast the blade barrier in the first place.
Okay.
So target him. And then I'm going to cast a cantrip with my other 2 actions, because I basically used an action to like give them a command, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Though technically Rotrot's my minion, but I don't know.
It's different. Rotrot's different.
And my cantrip I'm gonna do, because I'm again trying to conserve spells. We're going to, let's see. I want to get this Daemon to come at me. Oh wait, I can't target him if I'm also selecting Rotrot.
Yeah, you have to select you and then control click to make him your target.
Let's see, telekinetic projectile. What's our? Hold on a second. What's our range? I might have to move a little closer. 30 feet. Oh yeah. Well, I have chill touch. What's the range on that? Is that touch actually? That's touch, literally.
It actually is in Pathfinder. Yes.
Well, shit. I do have Grim Tendrils, but that would be like a focus point. I don't want to do that. All right, so I guess I'll move it further along. I think I'd have to do a haste. So am I using an action to tell them to target, or is that free?
No, they have their own initiative.
Okay.
So you're just
Then-
giving them an action, an instruction. Yeah, you don't have
I'll
to
use
burn
my
your
haste
actions
action
for
to go
them.
over, and then another haste action to close distance. I think.
You have
I need to
80
double
feet on
check
Rock
this.
Trot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you can get
I can
far
get. All
on
right,
one.
I'm gonna get just about 30 feet away from the sky. Maybe even a little further. That's 2 actions to get to there. Do you think I have enough movement on 80?
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I want you, before you attack, I want you to roll either religion. Yeah, just religion, to see if you remember something that you have learned. But let's see if Zeviid remembers.
Okay. Yeah, I might be screwing us up here.
Because it was Conne and Rhys who really figured it out. Zeviid wasn't really on the business. You remember. You weren't on the business end of this, though. If these war daemons, are resistant to specifically piercing damage, and if you try to attack them if you hit them with a piercing weapon, they can try to suck it into their body and steal it from you.
Okay.
So you telekinetic projectile, you can choose bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. You don't want to pick piercing.
I see. What's in my inventory? What are we gonna send at them? Do I have any alchemical concoctions from Conne? Can we do that old trick?
Probably.
Let's see. I've got antacid vial. I don't know if that actually does any damage. That might need to be scaled up. Oh, there's no damage on it. It just says antacid.
I don't remember what that was, but I remember
no,
it was
that's
really
for
funny.
antacid is to counteract the spicy shit. I think.
That's right.
It is.
Never mind. That's a joke item.
That's
okay.
an RP joke item.
Oh, wait a second. I got something that might be good. Never mind. I'm gonna use Bind Fiend's wand.
Oh, heck yeah!
Nice.
I forgot you had a wand of that. So,
it doesn't say anything. It doesn't tell me how to use it. Just spell Bind Fiend.
let's use your DC, which for memory serves is 38. I will double check.
I thought it was 39, but yeah, double check.
Double check. I think we did this last week. Actions. Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Scroll down. Woo. Cleric spells. 38, yes. So that's Fortitude or Will?
I don't know. It doesn't give me any info. Bind
I will
Fiend,
look up.
I think it works like Bind Undead or something like
Fiend.
that.
Okay, here's the spell.
So it'd
Bind
probably
Fiend.
be Will, I think. Bind Undead also is supposed to target mindless undead. So this is, I think, a custom thing that you gave me.
You're right. It is. You are totally right. This was a custom spell I made, and I didn't give it exact wording. Creature
I
with
guess
no
I would
reader. So let's see.
amend
What
my
level
orders.
spell is this? No, that's okay. What level creature is this then? 19. So yeah, it's going to need to roll. I'm going to give it a will save against your DC. So needs to
Okay.
roll a 38. So let me change that to this. Okay. And
Wait, hold on.
here we go. Nat 5 for 34. It failed.
Oh my god. All right. So binding it
Yep,
unto my
there.
will with the wand. I'll actually amend my orders to Mycelium. Target the other demons. This one's on our side now. And I tell this one, I don't know if I have another action to command it to do anything. All right.
Well,
I think I
yeah,
think
because
I'm.
it was your haste action to move. Yeah, you can command it.
I'll just say, release the blade barrier.
And that is a free action on its part. So
And that's
whoosh,
my
the blades
whole
disappear.
turn. I think
That
I'm
is all of it.
action economied out there.
Yeah.
Yep. Rot Trot, yes. So that makes it the second daemon. It doesn't understand what just happened there, because it's stupid. So Zeviid, all it knows is you got close to it, and you're within 80. I think that is too far for... Oh, range, 120 feet. Hell yeah. So one of the large spears from within its body gets hurled out at you from down these stairs, just flying, and zips past and it clips you in the shoulder, hitting you. Not critically, though, which is good. Oops, I need to roll damage. There we go. Yes, you take 19 damage. A little bit of it is absorbed, or 28, but some is absorbed down to 19. And I think you should have gotten some persistent damage. Yep, you are now bleeding, Zeviid. So at the end of your turn, you will take some bleed damage and then have to roll a save. Then it is going to use recall. No, what it is? Let's see. It's going to move 50 feet over to here and use recall weapon in order to pull the weapon back, and it flies out of you and sinks into its own body once again. And that's it. That's it. 3 actions. So, Conne, this is the Karumzek Alchemist. I'll control it if you want, but you can tell me what you want it to do since you control it.
Sweet. Originally, I was planning on having it, like, throw a bomb. But that would get some splash damage on Wasilka. So that's probably not good. So maybe it can just start ambling over, and if it can sink its fangs into the Bloodrot Guardian, that'd be great. If it can get in range. It has a move speed of 25.
It has precisely 50 feet. It's precisely 50 feet away. So
perfect.
It can get right. It skitters across the floor, gets into melee range, and just a fangs attack. No problem. Yep, fangs.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty good. Oh, critical. Rolled a 48. Look at that. So, good amount of damage. It does 3 d10s. 72 reduced to 57. So it sinks its teeth.
Is that with the alchemical injection?
No. Plus alchemical injection. Roll 1d6. Okay, roll a public 1d6. This is to figure out which kind of injection. 6. So, sickness. It needs to roll a fortitude save of a DC 38, which I think, yep, it's already currently set to 48. So, fortitude save. It failed, 34. So, it is now sickened 1. Yep, it would have been 2 on a critical. So, you just made it sickened there, Conne.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that's the
That's the end of its
Alchemist.
turn. So, I need to get sickened before I forget. There we go. Okay. Next. Okay, something... I want everyone to roll perception checks publicly.
You got it.
Yep.
My DM senses are telling me it's those little absorption orbs. So let's see if we're right about that.
We'll see.
Perception.
I think this is my perception. I hope I rolled the right one.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of you succeed. Dani, you don't really notice these right off the bat. You're too busy focused on your pets and your grandfather casting haste on you and such, but all of the rest of you see this as one of these dark orbs that as you look at them, you see that they have the swirling face of spirits within these orbs. One of them, the one furthest up on the stairwell closest to the light's void, it begins to not really glow. It seems to emanate darkness as it uses 2 actions to cast Shadow Shield upon upon the Shadow of Urgathoa. It releases some shadows, and they begin to bolster her form. The darks become darker, the lights become lighter. Her contrast gets increased, but it has mechanically increased her AC by 1. And let me see if it has 60 feet. Is anyone within 60 feet? Nope, no one is within 60 feet, so that's all it can do. Rhys, you are up.
Alright, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel my log as yellow.
That's what you do.
I do. And then I'm actually also going to raise my shield as another.
Okay, so what you're going to need to do, this is new for you.
Yep.
Look on the front page of your character sheet.
I
on the main
have
tab. You already clicked it?
I have the shield
perfect.
raised button, yep.
You're good.
So I have that. That's a second action. And I think with third action...
And you have haste action, remember that.
And I have haste, so what does that do again?
It's an extra action that you can only use to move or strike.
Right. So I was thinking, with that, I could probably try to lay one in on the Bloodrot Guardian 4.
Okay. But like with your bow or something?
Yeah, with
Okay.
with the dark silver one.
Sounds good. You're at 60 feet, so you're totally within longbow range. I just made it your target.
Back to
Nat 1.
Motherfucker.
That's why you're flurrying.
Yep. Alright, let's try that
I'll
again.
tell you straight up, don't waste a hero point on these things.
Fuck no.
If you're gonna get a nat 1, make it against these. So there you, oh, that was still a miss. Damn. What
Damn,
is this thing's
okay.
AC? Can't be that much higher. Okay, yeah, it's 38. Yeah, you missed it.
Okay. And then that's all Rhys is
You
really
have
gonna do.
one extra. You have your haste action. You can either move or attack.
Could I try to attack it once more?
Sure, you beat your lowest, so you need a 38.
Okay, well, just try to get some damage.
Or you
to
can
sink.
move.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Bad.
Not quite enough. All
Damn.
right. So that's
Okay.
kind of turn. But your AC is wicked high now, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's what I was pretty much just trying to buff myself, and if I could hit, I could hit.
Yes. So that means it is the shadow up at the top, the northeast of the area. So we're just going to move, and it has a 30-foot speed. So through it can only get to here. That is as far as it can make it with 3 full actions, unfortunately for it. End of its turn. This second orb over on the left hand of the Shadow of Urgathoa begins to exude this shadowy, contrast-changing energy, and it shoots out more tendrils of this energy out at the Shadow of Urgathoa itself. It's again turning up the contrast, making the darks darker and the lights lighter. And then nothing else is within range. Conne, you are up.
Fantastic. Conne is going to use 2 actions to cast Fleet Step on herself to
Hell yeah.
increase her movement speed by 30 feet.
Oh God,
I love that spell.
it's so good.
Mm-hmm. And then
You're
just
like super fast.
Oh yeah, she has a 60-foot movement speed now.
Ooh, and you're 55 feet away from that shadow
Exactly.
thing. Hell yeah.
So in just a blinding blur of a rippling green cloak and white fur, she teleports next to this thing.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I
the
need to give it off
fuck?
guard. 1 second. 1 second.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z scene where Vegeta or somebody goes right behind the other person
There you go.
Yeah.
It's off
faster
guard.
than they can react.
Yeah, and she makes an attack with her dark silver dagger.
Okay.
Nat
You kidding?
20.
First one in the
Critical.
fight. Come on, Conne. Nat 20.
Let's go.
55. Let's see.
Do it.
Let's
Do it.
see. Let's see.
This should be ugly.
Get it.
Oh, that's so many dice.
98?
It shouldn't have resisted that much. It should have only resisted 15. I need to give it another 15. Hold up. So that's number
Resisted
3.
40, yeah.
It resisted 40? Yeah, I need to give it like more than that even. 25. Yeah, hold up. Number 3, there we go. Oh, it has 24 hit points. That kills it. I don't know why it resisted so much, but that kills it. It has, yeah, you killed it by 1.
Jesus.
I mean,
So
Nice.
how
I
did-
don't think
how
it
did-
even knew. It was dead before it
Dude.
even knew your
it's
blade.
just
Yeah.
like it saw a rat and it's like, "Whoop."
It didn't even know what was coming. Yeah, Conne, what you could describe your kill?
Well, almost like this blade absorbs some of the darkness, and the shadows just like wispily dissipate.
Excellent. As it is gone. I think that's the end of your turn. Did you take your
Uh,
haste action?
No.
Okay,
ah.
then you have a haste action still.
Yeah.
Probably a movement, I would
Yeah.
guess.
You got
Uh,
60 feet
Since
of it.
we see these shadow absorption things, right?
Mhm.
Like we all saw it. I'll relay if Conne didn't see. Did Conne see it too?
Yeah, she did.
Only Dani did not.
Oh. Okay.
But you might not know what
Uh,
they are.
Yeah.
I've said
She'll-
above table what they do, but you can roll to see if you know what they are. I'll let you do that as a free action. You just have to roll for it.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Let me change the DC to
Arcana,
Would that be
perhaps?
crafting or Arcana?
crafting
maybe?
or Arcana.
I'll do crafting.
Let's
Or-
do.
Can I aid?
DC of 40, and yes, you can aid. So Zeviid
Oh.
first. Crafting,
Hell
you,
yeah.
need a 25 to crit on an aid check. So that's a
Okay.
critical. So that's
On
a
a
plus
nat 6. I love that.
Plus 6?
That's why high level aid checks are amazing.
Hell yeah.
So that's
45
still a 45.
On a 4.
And the DC was 40. So,
love this.
You recognize that these are arcano-mechanical divine magic items, and what they're doing is they're adding shields to the Shadow of Urgathoa. They're increasing her armor, making her more difficult to hit. So you get the idea. If you were to go straight at her, there's no way your blade would find purchase. You need to crush these things first.
Yeah. Can they do you need to deactivate them with magic, or can you smash them like
You
regular
can
crystal
they
balls?
look pretty crystalline. They seem like
fantastic.
they could be smashed.
Conne has 2 dark silver daggers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it'd kind of be a waste to throw one, but it would be very cool.
It would be very cool.
I do love when things are cool, so she takes out her other dark silver dagger and just throws it.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you can drop. It's just like a regular creature. You can target it. You can drop dice on it.
Yeah.
It has an AC. It has hit points.
It dodges. The thing like animates. It does that.
Natural 19. There's no way that was right. Something weird just happened.
Minus 50.
Minus 6. I don't know what
That
that was.
doesn't
Hold
look
on.
right.
Oh wow, that's
Hold on.
weird. Minus 69 is kind of a weird
That is funny.
modifier to that.
That
I
is,
don't know what that was all about.
that's a number.
So you
Beyond
only
the
get
it's
max
beyond the
range
max
minus
range.
100.
Oh, it's because you. Oh yeah, that's why.
I mean, what
think
is the
it's cool
range
enough.
here?
I'm gonna let it hit. It's
Yeah,
cool.
75
in this
feet?
moment. That's fine. It's fine.
I think people can throw that far if
You
it's a
can throw
dagger.
that. I don't
If
care.
you
75 feet is a long way.
Let's do the math
it's
here.
long.
So
But you also rolled a
27
nat 19.
You rolled a nat 19. So that's a 27 plus a 19. 46. I think that's still a crit. Let me double check. Yeah, 35 AC. That's still a crit. So hold shift and drop a damage on it. This is way too cool to pass up. You are right. That's why. It's because she's out of range, technically.
Is that normal or is that critical?
No, just rolled it again.
Okay.
That was a normal.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
God.
a lot of ones.
All
Good lord.
ones. Oh wait, no. I guess it did roll correctly the first time. You just don't get sneak attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it 20 points back. 3. So that's this.
I do get some precision die due to a rogue feat I
Oh,
took.
you're right. Then I'll just leave that extra one. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll call that good. So what do you do with that? We're just letting it work in this moment.
Much appreciated. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. And the orb hasn't shattered, but there is a dark silver dagger just sticking out of it.
Yes, and it is tink right up into the glass, ending your turn. So I have notes if that one is dead. Okay, great. So Veltel is up next. And did you say anything about those orbs as you throw that, or do you just throw the dagger?
She'll just shout like, "Break them!"
You hear Veltel screech, "Yes, they're very dangerous. They're abjurative wards." And she's going to fly as fast as she can, and she's a banshee, so she gets 150 fly, which
Wow.
is 140. Or that's not her. That's 3 actions. 50-foot fly. So thankfully, she was 145 away from that orb, so she flies right up next to it. But that's all her actions.
I would hate to be that orb right now.
Right,
Yes,
though.
Bringing it to this daemon, and let's see. So it sees Zeviid. Yeah, it's gonna have to move though. It flies down onto these stairs here, Zeviid, and once again, it is also going to hurl a ranged weapon at you from its flesh. My music is incorrect. This is incorrect. But that is a hit. Thankfully, not a crit though. You've gotten lucky on these low rolls. So 22 damage, again, not that bad, and its third action is going to be to recall its weapon back into its body. So it hurls a halberd over at you, and you see it coming, so it would have taken your head if you didn't kind of dodge out of the way, but it still slices your shoulder just a little bit, bringing it to Mike Celium. What did you want him to do?
I told them to target the other demons, the pure demons with their dark silver arrows. So if they want to like take an action to like move further in range and then unleash some volleys on that guy that just attacked me, that'd be great.
Yes, they will move into the center just here next to Tessariel, and you hear them say, "Close ranks! arrows, loose! And then it will have to make a dex save, which it's not great at.
Fire at will, you bony bastards.
Reflex. At
Do you want to
12.
live forever?
42, that is a success but not critical, so it's 6d8 plus 8 cut in half. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 26 cut in half is 13. That's still not the worst. So that's number 2. So
Is that because it's a swarm attack or something?
it just yeah, they can do, it's like the heal spell where you can spend different amounts of actions to increase the amount of arrows. So they had to move a little, and then they spent 2 actions to volley. But now that they're here, next turn they can spend 3 actions to volley. But that's the end of their turn. They did a little damage, which is great. So
Did a little damage.
So standing up finally from her from her throne, she looks down to you, lights void, and she begins to float forward down to the front stoop here on the balcony. And let's see, how close is she to people? It's 75, 95? Oh, she needs to move closer. That kind of sucks. So, she's going to float down next to this daemon on the stairwell and look to you, Zeviid, and say, entertainment, come to me. And she's going to use, let's see, what is it called? Consume death. So I need you to, I should have had this open. Consume death. Where did it go? I believe you need to roll a fortitude save. Let me double check. There it is. The Shadow of Urgathoa focuses their death-stealing gaze upon a single target they can see within 60 feet. The target must immediately attempt a fortitude save, DC 44. So, Zeviid, please make a public 44 fortitude save against death.
After roll a nat 18 or higher.
Ooh.
Oh
Ooh.
god.
I would like to hear a point.
All right, because that was a critical failure.
I
That
might
is
be okay with a regular fail.
Yes. So
I
the
might be
creature
okay
is
with that.
affected by death-stealing gaze and becomes drained 1. The rest of that doesn't matter because you were not already drained. So I need to give you drained. Drained. Oh, of course I didn't put it. I moved something right on top of you. Drained 1 on Zeviid. There we go. And then you have Death-Stealing Gaze, which... Oh, I see. I'm sorry, this is all custom stuff, so I'm still learning this as I go. Where is Zeviid? I remember now I made a custom Death-Stealing Gaze that includes Drained. So it's this. Come on. Grab it, and then give it to Zeviid. There we go. So now you are drained 1 by Death-Stealing Gaze. And what this does is... No, that's it. You're just drained 1. And she has this... You have a debuff on you now. She's got you in her eyes. You're not like being taken over, but you feel heavy. You feel lethargic in this moment as you're looking upon the face of death itself. But luckily for you, she had to move twice and to use 1 action to do that. So that's the end of her turn. Bloodrot Guardian 1. Seeing that it's got a new target down below, it is going to move away from you, Zeviid, and hurl a weapon down. It's going to fly down. Oh, that's not him. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong creature. This Shadow Guardian flies down next to Veltel, seeing that she is about to attack the orb, and it is going to swipe at her, or stab at her with its Shadow Spear. Might hit. Yes, that's a hit. Dealing 31 damage, but a whole bunch was absorbed, making it down to only 10 damage against Veltel. And it's going to... Yes, just follow up with a second stab. And that's 17. Yeah, that hits as well. dealing a little more damage to Veltel. Again, quite a bit resisted, only 19 damage, but it swoops down, stabbing twice into your Banshee friend, ending its turn. The other one on the other side flies in towards Mycelium, stabbing with its Shadow Spear at the Corpse Commandos. Missing on its first attack. And second, it's very difficult to stab bone with a spear, but it manages to find purchase on its second attack, dealing some damage to the Corpse Commandos. 41 of it comes through. So quite a bit of damage. I rolled 2 10s and a 7 on that.
Wow, not their ankles.
I know, not their ankles. But then you see this shadow absorption orb to the east of the Shadow of Urgathoa begin to elicit this shadowy glow, and it releases more energy onto her as you can see that her contrast gets increased once more. And are you within... Nope, wrong thing. This guy, are you within 60 feet? Nope, just outside. Good placement on the daemon there, Zeviid. So that is unfortunately the end of the Shadow Absorption Orb's turn, bringing it to Dani, finally.
Yep. So I have a quick question.
Sure.
Am I able to talk to Zeviid real quick and just
Sure.
ask, do we know what they are immune to?
Yeah, you
What
can
type of
ask him that.
damage?
Yeah, the shadows are vulnerable to light and dark silver, though they are resistant to all physical. And I think probably resistant or immune to void damage. But maybe not immune, but resistant perhaps.
What about
I don't
cold?
remember. Cold? I think they might resist that maybe. I don't remember.
Electricity.
Oh, excuse me, I had myself muted when I thought I was unmuted. Electricity and cold, you would know they do not resist those.
It's just regular.
So they do not resist them.
Correct.
Correct.
Just regular damage.
Cool. So this part I'm gonna need you to do for me, DM.
Yeah.
I would like to use dragon form.
Oh shit, okay, great.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. You describe while I get this fixed. Hey, what color?
So,
Give me that first.
I've got to see which one is electricity, so I need 2
blue.
seconds. Blue. So
Or silver, right?
Silver's
No,
cold.
silver's cold.
Cold, yeah. Brass? Bronze?
Brass, I think is, or is that acid? Who's
I'll look at the spell.
bronze. Bronze is
Bronze?
Lightning. Yeah.
So
Yeah, copper is
bronze or
acid.
bronze
Yes,
or
copper's
blue,
acid,
right?
and brass is another fire
So
type.
bronze
I
or
think.
blue? Is that it?
and yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Blue
what do you-
looks cool. Blue's
Bronze
the
or
coolest.
blue, Ash?
yeah. So that's fine.
Blue?
I'll take blue, whichever one gives me electricity.
Got it. So you go ahead and describe this while I get that fixed. 1 second.
So as Danny's kind of just watching everybody take on these things, and then sees Zeviid get targeted by Light's Void, and watching Conne just basically massacre one of these things in like 1 hit. She's like, okay. She looks to the side. She makes sure Arwen and Ares is okay, and I feel like they just like share a look of like Arwen's like, I got this, don't worry. And Dani just starts to turn into a giant blue dragon.
Ooh.
Almost got it fixed.
With little bits of like electricity just like zapping around its mouth.
And what level spell are you casting this at?
What level spell can I cast it at?
Up to 8th.
I'll take 8th.
All right. So, I think I've got you fixed on the board. So I need to give you some buffs. Yep. You get...
This is what a blue dragon looks like in Pathfinder. It's very elegant, very storybook looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. Why can't I... Oh, is it just because I opened the spell? That's dumb. Okay. I'll do it through her character sheet then. I was trying to avoid that because it's slow. But you can continue your... You have 1 more action, I think. Or was it 3 actions to cast?
It takes 3 action to
It
cast.
takes 3 to
so
cast? Okay.
Does that mean I'm not able to do anything until the next round, right?
Correct, but you can give your pets both something to do. You can move them around if you'd like.
I feel like Grandpa is probably taking care of Ares,
Yes.
so that is fine. So I will have Arwen.
Where would you like Ares to move, though?
Oh, where's Where's Grandpa at?
I think he's just to the north. There we go. I finally got those buffs on you. So you are now a massive ancient blue dragon, and Granddad is just to your right. He hasn't moved yet. He's on Ares.
So maybe have him flank. Who can he be flanking?
That shadow thing.
Sure, let him flank the shadow thing.
Okay. And then I need to give you one more buff, Dani. ATK +2. There. You are good to go. And then...
Thank you.
So Ares and Hierophant. Ares will just move up here to put that shadow creature off guard. I need to give it that really fast. Off guard. Great. And then what about Arwen? She has one action. She could move. Like, she could... Rhys, you could have her... You could, like, Legolas leap on top of her and she
I could
grab your
absolutely do that.
Okay, where do you want her to go there?
Yep.
Or Rhys, you can move her wherever.
Honestly, Dani, you could move her somewhere. I don't care. I trust your opinion.
Nope. I will allow Rhys to figure that part out.
Okay.
I'll put you in the fire.
So I think
35 feet, so that's about as far as you can get. Roundabout there-ish.
roundabout where?
Like, no further than Ares. It's
Oh.
Arwen only has 35 feet movement.
That's not bad. I was actually gonna put him alongside Ares.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Also,
Somewhere
every
right over
time, I think because I have it as the target of my last attack, I have that arrow that's permanently just pointing how many feet away he is. The Bloodrot Guardian is.
Yeah, it's because it's your target.
Okay.
Yeah, if you untarget it, that'll go away.
Okay, never
All
mind.
right. So it is the layer action's turn, fortunately for me. So you begin to feel some rumblings beneath your feet and you look down and the carving of the Medusa, snakes in her hair beneath the floor, starts to come to life as it casts Slither rank 9, and I need everyone who's standing on the snakes to roll a public 40 reflex save, DC 42. And you can see if you're on it, you need to roll it.
I'm on it.
Well,
I'm
how
up
high
there.
does it go? I'm up in the air.
You're up in the air. You don't need to roll it.
Okay.
Almost a critical success.
Xelium. And then Rhys, did you roll one? Because I'm gonna have you and Caspian roll one instead of the dogs.
Yep.
So the DC was 42. Let's see. Critical success. Mike Celium fails and the Hierophant fails. So that's just you, and that is a 7d6 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Roll 7d6, not 76, 7 die 6.
Yeah.
So 20 damage to the Hierophant and to Mike Celium. That's not the worst. That could be a lot worse. So let's see, where are they? There's Mike Celium.
Yeah. I think the alchemist. Does the alchemist need to roll?
It did, and it's critically succeeded.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So that's just 11 wounds on the Hierophant because he still had Khan's Wog temporary hit points on him. And then they are restrained. So, or grabbed, I guess. Grabbed on Mike Celium, and then grabbed on the Hierophant, and grabbed on, I'm just going to say Ares because he's with him. So that's the end of the layer action's turn. The Hollow Serpent. Zeviid, I have a note if I know what to do, unless you want it to do something specific.
I think I'll let it do what it's gonna do.
Okay. Then it is going to slither forward right up to this Bloodrot Shadow Guardian, and it is going to attack with a Jaws. Needs to hit to do anything else cool. Critical, 40.
Fuck
That's a
yeah.
17 for a 48. So the Hollow Serpent comes in, bites down. I got a couple of 10s in there. 74 damage. Again, that should have done more than that. That should have done that should have resisted 30 when it should have resisted 15. But it the Hollow Serpent has improved grabs, so for as a free action, it will grab it with its jaws, and with its last action, it's going to swallow it whole. So
Nice.
it is going to make it take 4d6 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4d6 damage. So I need to give it 20 plus 15 damage. So I need to give it 35. This is number 4. Yes, there. So I need to give it... There we go. I have given that the correct amount of damage. Moving on from the Hollow Serpent, the last orb over on the southwest near Veltel begins to elicit its shadow once again, shooting out twisty loops of this shadowy power to bolster the contrast of the Shadow of Urgathoa. And now it is finally close to something. So it is right near Veltel. Actually, this is a ranged attack. It's not going to. Let's see if I can hit Zeviid. Are you within 60 feet? Nope, you're 65. Damn. So it's just going to take a penalty shooting into melee at Veltel as a blast of shadow shoots directly point blank at your Banshee friend, missing. End of its turn. Top of the round. That is the Hierophant. So, I was not prepared for round 2. He has spells. He's going to... let's see... Acid Splash onto this shadow creature in front of him. A miss. That is unfortunate. But he's also restrained, so he can't move anywhere. So single action. He's going to attempt to get some information about these things. Yeah, actually. He is going to say... these things are clearly the foot soldiers. We need to just dispatch of them quickly and move on. Brings it up to Wasilka. Okay, so she's going to use that good old ghoul leap. And she's going to say, Conne, should I attack the shadows or the orbs?
Shadows.
The shadows? I'm on it. And she will ghoul leap 55 feet to here, which isn't quite enough. Then do another ghoul leap to get in place with Veltel to put this thing off guard, which need to make it off guard. Then Wasilka can do a flurry of blows with her short sword, hopefully taking this thing out. Oh, that was a critical and a hit. So
Whoa!
I'll roll the hit first because I screwed up and rolled too fast. Or no, there's the critical. And here's the regular hit. So that's 88 damage that Wasilka lays in a single action. Jumps, she leaps again, and comes down with a mighty slash. As that ends Wasilka's turn. Now Charlie, she's with Wasilka. The Daemon with Zeviid. This is the one you control. I'm going to say this thing goes on your initiative because this is what you're actively controlling. So I'm going to give it an initiative of 47.75. Yeah, that'll put it on your initiative. So then that makes Tessariel. She has a lot of spells. What can she do? Well, first she's going to need to move forward to here. And then, yeah, she's just going to try and phase bolt at the absorption orb from far away, from downtown.
Nice.
Oh, that was almost a nat 1. It's a hit for a 41. So phase bolt should do, I think it's force damage. No, it's something. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's piercing damage, I guess. Yeah, so she shoots an electric bolt of magic that forms itself into a sharp arrow, stabbing into this thing, doing a little bit of damage. And she is not hasted. Zeviid, you're up, and you are hasted. A reminder to everyone, you're hasted.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was reading up on some stuff about the remaster of Pathfinder, and I was wondering because on the website, Restoration doesn't have any actions anymore, and it's like this is Legacy, and I'm like, what did they replace this
weird.
with? Well, Restoration was a minute to cast, so it wasn't a good combat option. A lot of the effects last about a minute or less anyway, so it wasn't really useful in a lot of situations. So what they did was they replaced it along with neutralize poison, remove paralysis, all these like specific niche spells with a quartet of spells that cover everything. Cool. So I already actually prepared one without realizing it. Clear Mind.
Ooh.
So Clear Mind, it's all, but all of them. Here's the difference: you can do them now as 2 actions with like a touch, but it's now you attempt to counteract. So, it's a counteract check to remove the thing. So Clear Mind, for example, can counteract Fleeing, Frightened, Stupefied. When you upcast it, you add Confused, Controlled, and Slowed. You upcast again, you add Doomed, and at 8th level, it's Stunned. So you add all these conditions to it as you upcast. Sure Footing is a more physical one. Clumsy, Grabbed, and Paralyzed. When you upcast it, it's Immobilized, Slowed, and Restrained, then Petrified, then Stunned. I think all of them go up to Stunned.
That's awesome.
So I was looking at Cleanse Affliction, which was another one. I was like, well, this is specifically a curse, disease, or poison. And I'm like, that's not really it. I was like going to ask you if this thing that she was doing was a curse, but I found it. Sound Body. Okay, Sound Body is blinded, dazzled, deafened, enfeebled, and sickened. And at 4th level, which I have a slot for restoration. I could just swap it out for this if that's like done. Drained and slowed, right? So 4th level, I can just target myself for drain, but I have to do a counteract check. Is this this okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So let me get your DC. 1 second.
It's the.
That was by the shadow itself. So that's her.
Yes.
Oh right, her DC is from Death Stealing Gaze. I think it's 42. Let me double check. 42. Yes. So that's already set. So yes, you can try that.
Counteract.
What is it, religion?
Yeah, I think so.
You could give yourself guidance for a 1 if you burn an action. But it's an action.
I don't want to burn an action on this. I'm going to trust.
Or you could lucky get. Ooh, that was good. 46. Yeah, that's a success. So you managed to counteract it. What do you do?
So
describe this.
So she uses this ability, this shadow, where like we're connected by almost like this dim, like dusky, sort of dark, like shade. I guess it's like I'm imagining she's like prepping to do something with this, right? As long as
your gaze.
Yeah, as long as she's focused on me and I'm drained, the more she does this, the worse it gets. Knowing this, I snap my fingers and my shadow just slaps away her effect, and the drain condition is removed. And I say, you'll have to do better than that. You half god, half. And then I'm gonna give a command to my Pyrodamon. So that was 2 actions. So for one more action, I'll tell him to attack the orbs. I'll set him on that task. Go, attack the orbs.
And it gets 2 when you give it 1, correct?
Correct. So you can move and then attack if you'd like.
And then it has precisely 40 feet of movement, so it's able to get right up here. And it swings down with its mighty dark silver glaive. Dude, nat 17, that is definitely a critical on this thing.
God damn.
Kill it. Yes.
Smashes into this thing into a million pieces. So this one, I need to find her and remove one of her buffs. There she is. So as this thing shatters, you can see that the shadowy tendrils that were emanating from it onto the Shadow of Urgathoa ceases, and her contrast drops a little bit. The blacks become a little more gray. The whites become a little more ivory. So that's the end of its turn.
It's
and you have your hasted actions still.
I do have my haste. I can move. I think I will move. I feel like
and
staying
you're on
here.
Truck, so 80 feet is your max.
Yeah. I feel like I want to be near where Conne's going, so I will look over to Conne. I want to see where's Conne looking to move next. I want to be where you're gonna go, so that way I can heal you if you need it.
Yeah. Well, the Bloodrot Guardian, that seems like it's pretty handled, but she does need to move forward anyway.
It's also inside the hollow serpent. I remember it ate it whole.
Yeah. I was talking about the one that's surrounded by Wasilka.
Oh, the Wasilka and Veltel. I got
that
you.
one's done, I think.
That one's probably also done. Yeah.
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 Well, she still needs to move forward. We should probably... Who should be our next dedicated fighting guy? Because we're gonna have to get rid of the parademons at some point.
True. I was thinking of moving, like, if we focus on these orbs, she's gonna get pissed and try to focus on whoever's destroying the orbs. So yeah, I'm gonna draw more aggro. I probably pissed her off, so I'm gonna move through the air over this way. I think. Let me see. Just double check that that's. Yep, that's about 80.
Yep. Perfect.
So yeah, I'm heading over to the other orb now, and I got a little smarmy look on my face, like this is easy, not breaking a sweat. And then I'm also bleeding. I don't know if I took the bleed damage for the turn, but
It'll happen at the end of your turn.
yeah, I don't even mind. As I'm like riding, my turn ends, like blood just spurts out. But that'll be my turn.
Okay, so you're gonna bleed now. So you take 14 points of bleed damage, or no, 13 points of bleed damage, and you roll a 14, so that fails, so you will continue to bleed next turn. It's a 15 flat check to stop bleeding. So, Daemon time, up top. Seeing what's going on down here, just going to jump down off of this, off of here, onto the ground. It is going to, come on, target. Can you target? There we go, targeted. So it is going to swipe down at Wasilka with its massive glaive. Oh, that was almost a nat 20. 14, still a crit.
Not bad.
Still a crit, though. Dealing 76 damage to her, but partially absorbed by her, she has Stone Skin on. She cast it earlier before the fight. And then it is going to use its last action to swipe once more, but it's at its lower. That's just a regular hit. Come on, damage. There we go. Dealing 44 damage. So Wasilka just took kind of a cleaning, but that's the end of its turn. The Alchemist bot, what would you like it to do?
Can it get in range of the parademon? And if it can't, then it should probably take a move action, an action to craft a bomb and throw it.
2 actions it could get to it.
In 2 actions? Yeah. Yeah. It'll just spider climb over.
Alright. Then that puts it off guard, so let me give it that. And then just another fanging.
Yes. Good luck trying to steal the...
Yeah. Nat 20! Nat 20 for 55! Look at that!
Holy fuck.
Ooh, nice.
So roll a d6 to see what kind of elemental damage it takes.
You got...
So it bit for, even after the defenses, it took 41 damage, so a 5 is poison damage. So roll, oh, yeah, it's down. I didn't think this would actually work. I wasn't prepared. Acid. Okay, 3d6. Roll 3d6 publicly, and I'll add it to the damage.
You got it. 8.
8. All right. Bam.
Every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts. So it skitters over, bites into this thing's leg, and it managed to get a piece of flesh, and it injects this poison into it, and you can see the creature, it hurt it. So the orb, the one up by the throne, continues to pump that shadow into Urgathoa, trying to bolster her, and cannot attack anything else. Rhys, you are up.
Alright, so I still have the Bloodrot and the Guardian alive, right?
Yes, but it's inside the Hollow Serpent. You could, like, give a shot out to it and then move on, but it's going to get taken care of pretty quick.
Okay, cool. I think what I'm going to end up doing then is trying to take care of the second Guardian then.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just shoot at it.
The one over by Zeviid?
Yep.
Okay, I changed your target.
Thank you.
Are you making it your hunted prey or anything, or just shooting?
Yes. So
right.
hopefully I can do that.
Let me do that for you real quick. Got to get to your actions tab. Where
And then
is
the
it? There they are.
precision. Yep.
Precision, that. And then
Okay.
hunt prey.
Okay,
That.
cool.
And that. There you go. You're good.
Awesome. This that just makes it so much easier.
Yep. So it's one action for that. Second action to flurry.
And then let me just. I think that hits.
19. That's a crit. Yep.
Yeah.
48.
Wow.
Yeah.
Roll your damage first,
Nice.
and then
Yep.
roll your second attack. So many dice. So many ones. Still, oh, there's no way. 70 to 22, that's incorrect. Guardian number 2, it's next, so that should have resisted 15, so that'd be 55, so I need to give it 23 more. Okay,
Ooh.
there, I fixed it.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Very good. I'm gonna, since that one's sunk in, he's feeling confident. So he's gonna try to do another one, and that's another one at full.
Full, yes. Yeah, I must have programmed those guys weird. I don't know what's up with them. That one, it sees it coming, and once again, it makes a hole in its stomach like a donut, and the arrow passes straight through.
Mm.
And you have an action and a haste action.
Action and a haste action. So with that, I think he's going to move probably. Oh shit! At 35
I'll
feet.
move it with you. Arwen can move, 35, I think.
Okay. So if we could get to the stairs and just be
Yeah, you can get to the
dramatic.
stairs. There you go. Get to the stairs.
Yep.
And then you have a haste action.
Yep, in the haste action, that I think I'm gonna just kind of. God, I didn't even think about that. I think just to fuck with them, I'm gonna go invisible.
Nice. Okay. I need to give you that then. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Invisible. There you
Yep.
go. So everything will probably automatically roll a check against you every time they hit. So I think that's the end of your turn, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Before we go on, can I ask a question real quick? Can you see if my class DC is at expert or master?
Yes, I was looking at that for Conne earlier today, so I know where to look. Your class DC is says trained on your combat tab. That doesn't look right.
No wonder it feels so low. I was
Let
like,
me-
38. It should be
let me look it
master
up
because
on
I'm a
PF2.
cloistered cleric.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me look at the fantasy ground, or not fantasy grounds, Archives of Nethys.
Here,
Class
I'm already
DC,
looking at it. I can just send you the link
trained.
in the chat. I've got the doctrine cloistered cleric.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh,
I'm past
shit.
level 15. Should be mastered now.
Well, let me check on your combat tab, cleric.
Yeah.
No, that says master on your on
Does
there.
it?
Yes, your spell DC is master.
But I'm not mastering AC, and yet my AC is like 38 as well. So that feels weird to me.
It's because you have a magic
17.
item. Your armor is magic, or you have like a
Maybe, yeah.
scarf that's magic.
Let's see, 17 plus what's master's like a 6, yeah.
6.
So plus 5
17
plus
plus
6, and then plus 10. So yeah, I guess 38.
38.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you for that. I just
No
needed to double
problemo.
check.
It's important to figure this shit out correctly. That makes it the shadow that you just attacked, Rhys, and it is going to, even though you just went invisible, it was looking at you and it saw you do it. So it knows you're there. It sees the tiger that you're on. It's still gonna have to roll that flat check, but it flies over to you. So that was still a good choice. Like you, then it is going to attempt to shadow spear attack you. Ooh, nat 3. That's not gonna hit Rhys. No, 35. Definitely not.
Can't see me.
Can't see me. You're John Cena, but it's going to try once more. But this is at its penalty, so it's even less likely to hit. Is that a nat 1? That was a nat 1. So it rolled a nat 3 and a nat 1. It has no idea. It's stabbing wildly above the tiger. Rhys, if the camera were like from Rhys's perspective, the spear is going everywhere around you. It's like making a perfect silhouette, and you don't even have to move. It's just. And that's going to be.
Rhys is just like blank staring at it like.
Then the
Having
shadow
a bad
absorption.
day, huh, buddy?
Yeah, right. The orb up at the throne is going to continue pulsating and sending shadows into the Shadow of Urgathoa. Conne, you're up.
Fantastic. She's gonna try to focus down Bloodrot Guardian 1,
Okay.
who's in the midst
way
of
over
the
there.
melee.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And over the course of 2 actions, she can move 120 feet.
Jeez.
So she like.
And one could be your haste
drifts-
action.
Huh?
One could be your haste action, even.
Yeah, 1 action to move, 1 hasted action, but she like drifts around the friendly Parademon.
Skirt!
Scree! Yeah. And she's gonna make an attack on
It is
this
off guard already.
fantastic.
You got those pink sparks like in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's still a hit on a nat 3.
Nice.
Yeah, these things are low
that
level.
heroism.
It's the heroism as well, and plus they're low level. So
Yeah.
nat 3 is still a hit. Good God. So you deal. It still should have done more than that. Should be 32. So I need to give it 11 more. I'm sorry about these guys.
That's all right.
It's number 1.
I mean, at least you're aware of it.
Yeah,
at
This
least
is
I'm
more
aware and I
inconvenient
can
for
change
you
it.
than anything else because you
Yeah,
have to
it's-
keep manually changing
yeah,
stuff.
it's slowing things down, so I apologize. But you can continue, Con. I will give it that once I find it on the combat tracker.
Gotcha.
There it is.
Then for her third action,
Okay.
she, Now I'm just thinking, because like, would she use a third action to shield and then use Khan's bladed blade?
Con's Bladed Blade is still a free action.
Yeah. But also, I want this thing dead now. And she's gonna blend it. She's just gonna blend it.
Heck yeah. Nat 3?
That's a miss.
That one was a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then lowest penalty, Khan's bladed blade.
Yep. Nat 8, still a miss. These are the guys to roll bad on, I guess.
Yeah.
That is the end of your turn there, Con. You got one good hit in. Veltel is up. She is still right next to this thing. That's great. Don't want to waste a spell. So she's going to just slash out with her clawed hands. Ah! Nat 16 for a crit. Fabulous. Come on, damage. 40, 10, plus a lot. 64. That still should have only absorbed 15. That was correct for some reason. Weird. Okay. But then, second attack. Melee slice.
Yeah, finish it. Kill it.
That one was a miss.
Oh.
But last one. Can she do it? Nat 17?
Oh wait, can I use my
Huh?
reaction to attack it?
You can. Let me attack this. Give it this damage. Oh, 2 10s, an 8, and a 7. You don't even. You can. You know what? I'll say you can dive for the. She'll put that on the big guy. You can. Or no, you can dive and attack the Puro Demon. Go ahead.
I can as a reaction?
Yeah. Why not? This is a
Hell
cool
yeah.
moment.
Thank
So,
you.
Veltel, you see your opening as she takes her swipe at this shadow creature, and as it dies and splits in two, you see a window
Nice.
right in front of you. You can dive through it like a missile.
Fantastic. Is it off guard?
It should already be, yeah.
Sweet.
That is a hit.
Yippee.
So go ahead and roll your damage. That resisted correctly. That was correct. So you
Right.
deal 31 damage on this guy with your dagger, and you can move you 5 feet that way.
Yeah, and
That's
I can choose to slice or pierce with the dagger. Yeah.
Yes, you
Cool.
can. So
And I
you
would know to slice.
slice. Yes, at this point you would know that piercing is bad because it'll try to steal your weapon. Do you want to put a debilitation on it?
Oh, absolutely. Make it
Which-
bleed.
Bleed. So this is number 3. So that's 2. Where is 3? There it is. So how much is it? 3d6?
3d6.
Cool. Purse. 3d6 bleed. All right.
Yeah. Wait, let me check. Yes, it is 3d6.
And you
then
get
I can
2
choose
debilitations. Yeah.
Yes.
Can't you give it like precision damage or something?
Extra precision damage. Yeah, I'll have it do that. So next
Go-
time I hit, it'll
So
do.
roll that because you can do that on this attack.
Yeah.
What is it? 3d6 more precision?
2d6.
2d6. So roll that publicly and I'll add it to it. I have it in front of me now.
Fantastic.
So another 6. All right, cool. So that's the end of Veltel's turn, making it this Daemon Zeviid. It sees you within its sight, still going over closer to the crystals, and it's going to hurl a spear out of its body at you while you're flying on Rot Trot. Nat 4, still a hit.
Wow.
Not a crit. It wasted its high bonus. Do 29 damage. Second action to pull it back into its body. With its third action, it's going to fly 50 feet forward and get next to you, but it doesn't have the economy to do anything else. Mike Celium, Zeviid, what would you like them to do? And I'll make them do it.
I'd like Mycelium to. Are they able to move through this like weird serpent area? Is this like
they
hurting
are.
them?
It's greater difficult, or it's difficult terrain for them because they just regular failed.
If they are able to move forward with one of their actions and then unleash a volley on the pure demon that just attacked me, that'd be awesome.
15, 20. They can only move 20 feet, but yes, they can definitely send a 2-action volley. So it needs to make a
Forward march.
Forward!
Arrows.
Fire! 46. That's success. So they still do half damage. So roll plus. There we go. They still do 22 damage. Not bad. As they release a hurl of arrows at this thing. And that's... Which one is that? Number 2? There it is. Okay, so they release a hurl of arrows. Oh, that's temp damage. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Bam. So they release a bunch of arrows and they stab into this thing's back. But as it already has a bunch of weapons pierced into its body, it doesn't seem to hurt it that much. But brings it to Light's Void. If foes are within 30 feet. But you are, luckily, Zeviid, because you are now immune to her death-stealing gaze for 1 minute. However, Rhys, she has true seeing. So Rhys, she knows that you are there. So I need you to roll a fortitude save as she looks at you with her death-stealing gaze. DC of 42, please. Fortitude. And you're a juggernaut, so if you regularly succeed, you critically succeed. Oh,
Yeah.
50. Yeah, so even though that wasn't mathematically a crit, you still critically succeed. So she tries to look at you through your invisibility, and you just know to look away. You're too cool to look at. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Cool guys don't look at goddesses.
Yeah,
You've
he
seen
just
hotter chicks back on Galarian.
Exactly. He turns away and just goes,
Talk to the hand, because the Rhys don't want to hear it. So that's a single action for that. That sucks. But Zeviid, she is going to... Yes, you are within range. So you see a large glimmering sword that I can even show you. It seems strange that this creature would have this, because it is a brilliantly shining, glowing sword.
It's not hers, or...
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for that specifically. It's definitely not hers, or Urgathoa's. If you want to roll a religion check, you can.
I will. I'm just...
In this moment as it's coming at you.
I'm trying to keep it cool, but I know we're all pissing her off like severely because she's not having the effect on us that she thought she'd have. So I'm just trying to keep it cool.
Yeah, you don't know with that roll. You just know that that's clearly not her weapon.
It's probably an angelic thing.
Could be. But yeah, she's coming at you with this large weapon. Ooh, nat 17, that was high. Yeah, that's a critical. That's going to hurt a whole lot. So you take 90 damage from this, but there's no extra effects, and that is the end of her turn, because she had to move 10 feet to get close enough to Rhys. So that's all she can do.
You guys hear Zeviid get fucking shanked by this magic sword and go,
God. Yeah, no, Rhys sees that happen.
And the guardian from within the hollow serpent stabs up with its spear from within. So actually it does hit, but it has to reach a certain threshold of damage in order to be regurgitated. So let's see if it can meet that threshold. That was a low roll. 15 damage. It does not reach the breach threshold, so it stays within the hollow serpent. That's all it can do. But it is taking damage. It should have taken 20 damage, so let me just give it that. The Shadow Guardian within the Bloodrot, the Hollow Serpent, is looking quite bad. But the Absorption Gem up near Urgathoa, it is continuing to pump shadow magic up into her to bolster her. And yes, Rhys, you are perfectly within 60 feet. It too has true seeing. So it is going to hurl a Shadow Blast directly in your area, Rhys. Oh, but you're invisible. It rolled high enough, a natural 18 on its check, so it does indeed hit you, Rhys.
Oh, well, shit.
Did you say you raised your shield? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to use your reaction, again, it's your reaction, it's only 6 damage got through. If you burn your reaction, 0 damage will have been taken.
Oh,
by you.
I'm raising my shield to that one.
Okay, so you're
Like,
burning
good
your
luck.
reaction. You managed to deflect this off of you. Go ahead and give yourself back that 6 wounds and give yourself whatever. Did you have temporary hit points? No, just
yeah.
give yourself. Yeah, if you had
I
temporary hit points.
did.
a
I don't
second ago,
remember what it was.
would have been 9. So
Yes.
give yourself 6 hit points and 9 temp hit points.
There we go. Oh, wait.
That's
No,
the
wait.
end of it.
0. The temp hit points 9.
So you deflect it like a champion with your shield. Dani, that brings it to you.
Okay. So I have 100 feet of flying.
Yes.
But my question is, you see where the War Demon 3, War Demon 1, and then there's like Wasilka, Conne, and all those guys.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can get like a corner where I'm able to do a 60-foot electricity blast of like just breath weapon?
Just at the one creature?
No. I want to be able to like reach across to Light's Void.
Oh, I see what you're saying. What was the shape again? I can get you a thing.
I need a 60-foot cone, but I need to not hit any of my party.
60-foot cone.
So I need some help placing this if possible.
Yeah. You could put it right there. And if you fly to right there, you can absolutely do that.
So that's one action to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to be hovering if that's possible.
Sure, hovering is great. Let's see, dragon form. I just need to look at the text for what it does. For this breath weapon, they have to make a reflex save. And what is the damage on the breath weapon?
For an ancient blue dragon.
Ooh, there it is. 6d12. Okay, so your DC. God, you have so many spells. Oh my god. Bards. So your DC is 38. So they both need to roll a DC 38 reflex save. So I'm going to do the War Daemon first. Natural 1 for a 31, but because it was a natural 1, that reduces it to a critical. So the War Daemon is going to take double damage. Here's Light's Void. So she gets a reflex save. Ooh, unless she rolls a nat 1, she's going to auto-succeed this. 49, that is a critical success. So it doesn't hurt her, but the Daemon will take double damage. This was not a waste. Roll 12d12. If you want, you can just type /roll space 12d12 and then hit enter if you don't want to pick up all those dice. Or you can pick up the 12d12.
I like to pick up the 12d12.
Then do that.
Hold on. Let me get 12d12 real quick. Oh, fucking bitch. Of course she had to succeed, too.
Yeah, but hey, you got double damage on the other one. That wasn't nothing. It had a pretty high chance of succeeding against you, so.
11, 12. So 12d12?
12d12, yeah. And yep, there they come. 92 damage to that guy.
Wow.
So. Oh, it's looking. Actually, yeah, that brings it to. It's bloodied now because you shocked it with all this electricity coursing through the metal that's in its body, all of those weapons. And Zeviid, you can almost smell the flesh smoking next to you.
Jeez.
And then, do I get anything else?
You have haste. Your movement could have been your haste. So you can have a bite attack against something. The War Daemon that's right next to you is within range. You're that big.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite it.
All right, so I should have kept your character. I should have kept that spell open. Dragon form number 8, because you're powerful. Let's. Oh yeah, just roll your regular die or your regular dagger on it. I gave you a buff earlier. That's right.
Okay.
And then blue. There it is.
So
just roll your dagger on top of it to see if it hits or not.
Cool. I'm trying to. There we go.
34, that's going to miss, unfortunately. I think, let me double check. Yeah, 45 is their damage, their AC. So that critically misses. But you did damage the other one quite a decent amount. Your animals, you can move them or have them attack too if you'd like. Ares and Erwin.
Yes. Whatever Grandpa wants to do with them, and Rhys.
All right, so
They are in control of them at the moment, so it's not me.
yeah, that's true. So I think Ares is going to bite at the shadow guard within the Hollow Serpent since it's there. Natural 16, critical. Good lord, the pets are really getting some work done in this fight.
Oh yeah.
20. Oh my god, that's way. Why is it resisting so much? 84 damage, so that should have done 60. Or yeah, 60. So where is that guy? That's Shadow 4. There you are. It's dead. That's dead. So Ares with one bite bites this thing completely into mist within the Hollow Serpent, freeing it up. And that's the end of it. And then I think Arwen is going to try and do the same. Take a bite at the one that's next to you here, Rhys.
Oh.
The Shadow Guardian. Natural 15? That's a hit, not a crit, unfortunately.
Oof.
Must have been like one off. But hey, still quite good. These things are absorbing incorrect amounts of damage. So it did 20 damage to that one. So that's number 2. Shadow Guardian 2. Okay, there we go. Good. Got it. Done. Oh, nope. Layer action. Layer action. I went too fast. So, layer action. The slick, thick shadow. The shadows on surfaces become slick and oily, and the shadows within the very air itself begin to congeal. The ground and air become greater difficult terrain. Any creature without the shadow trait must succeed at a DC 42 reflex save to move normally. So Zeviid, as a fetchling and a shadow sorcerer, you do not need to roll anything for this, but the rest of you need to roll a DC 42 reflex save. Actually, Rhys, you are a high-level ranger. You are immune to greater difficult terrain, so you don't need to roll either.
Oh yeah.
Conne and Dani, please roll me a DC 42 reflex save.
Do I have
Yes.
like dragons? I'm floating. Does
Oh,
that
you're
still
flying.
count?
So, okay, so because Conne, you're on the ground, it was reflex. Dani, you're flying, so it's fortitude. So you don't get any bonuses to the fortitude save, but you need to roll a DC. Actually, take a +2 because you're a dragon. But yeah, it's a DC of 42. Conne, you are now everything is considered regular difficult terrain to you. Yes.
I do have a quick question. Since I have lingering
wait.
composition for my Inspire Courage when I first started the round, has everyone been getting an extra point of damage?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, Conne, since you only regulars succeeded, everything becomes regular difficult terrain.
Well, I had a plan to overcome that anyway, so.
Nice.
I'm going.
Uh,
I'd like to hero point that, please.
Go ahead.
Did we get a new one from this round or no?
Yes,
This
yes, you get a new one from today. But yeah, you need a 42 fortitude save and give yourself that +2 again.
So.
I've got like choirs singing right now in the music I'm listening to. It's awesome.
We do too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't. The solemn, quiet, instrumental moment.
God.
Still a failure. So yes, it is very difficult to fly now, Dani. You now fly at quarter speed. So 25 feet per action now. Conne, you're at half speed. I think that's. Yeah, that's difficult terrain is half speed. So it's now the Hollow Serpent's turn. It is going to try to get over to that other guardian because it has a taste for flesh. 2 actions to get over to it because it was 60 feet. 1 action for a Jaws attack. That's 7. That's a hit. So does some damage. How much? Not enough. I need to give more. But with while I look for it, with its free action, it is going to use Improved Grab to grapple this thing. It doesn't have the action economy to swallow this one whole yet, but it is now grabbed. And that's Bloodrot Guardian 2. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. That's that much. Okay, it is now bloodied as well. I believe that brings it to the end of the round. Hierophant. So he and Ares are both in these snakes, so they are already moving at half speed. So 5, 10, 15 is as far as they can move with a single action. And I think he's going to... Oh god, I should have had these spells up. There they are. Come on, Fantasy Grounds, why you gotta be like that? Does it not have anything more helpful than that? Jeez. Ah, okay. He's going to say, "Everyone, may Gozreh empower your movements," and cast Unfettered Pack, removing difficult terrain and
nice.
greater difficult terrain from all of you. So he casts a 8th level Unfettered Pack to remove the difficult effects of difficult terrain from you. So you are now moving at your normal speeds.
Excellent.
That was a high level spell, but I think that was worth it. So that brings it to Wasilka. Oh, she's right up in this thing's face and is already flat-footed, so she's going to flurry of blows with her sweat sword. That's a hit. See if she can get it twice. That's just one hit. So low damage, but she manages to get a little bit on it. It's number 3. So that's that one. Great. So that's one action. I think she'll go for one more attack on this thing. That's at a kind of a low bonus. Yeah, that's a miss. Okay. And then... Oh, but Conne, you can use your reaction if you would like.
Yes, I absolutely do. Do want to use my reaction.
That's a miss, unfortunately. Then with her last action... I think she's going to leap up onto the stair to get a better vantage point. And that'll be the end of her turn. Why did Wasilka take a bunch of damage? Bleed? Oh, was she bleeding from something? She must have been bleeding from something. Good lord, yeah. Why? What is all that from? Oh, that shouldn't have all happened. Only one of those should have happened. Okay. Should have been... There we go. I fixed it. All right. So, next up, Charlie, skip to Sariel.
Cesario.
Let's go, girl.
No.
What do we have here? Okay, I see what she can do. There we go. I see. All right. So she's going to look at these things and say, we have no time for this. We must finish this off as quickly as we can." She's going to look over at the War Daemon, and she is going to force it, and she's going to hold her fingers out with 2 fingers out like a gun, and you see a sickening green laser escape the tip of her finger as she casts Disintegrate at the War Daemon over there. So I need to make it take a save.
Become dust.
Come on, where did it... Oh, I have to unlock it. There we go. She's going to attempt to make it dust. Preparation. There we go. Disintegrate. So that's... Ah, yeah, our spell. So she has to shoot for it first. Nat 17? There's no way that's a miss. 41.
That's
absolutely
weird.
No way. Oh, I had put a -4 in the modifier because it was supposed to take a -4, so that's a 45, which is precisely its AC. That was my fault.
Dang.
So it hits. Then if it hits, it must attempt a Fortitude save. This is what needs the -4. So it needs to make a fort save. Natural 6. That's a 37. That is a fail by 1. So it takes the damage. Treat the savers on a critical hit. Treat the save result as 1 degree worse. Okay, so I didn't crit on the first hit, so it's just going to take the regular damage. 12d10 damage. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Kill it, girly pop.
Come on. 75,
yeah.
not quite, but it is heavily
That
damaged.
looks nasty, though.
As this thing gets a burning necrotic wound up in its side. Oh, it looks really bad. Conne, you could probably take it out on your turn. But that's the end of Tasariel's turn. She does not have haste. Zeviid, you're up and you have haste.
Okay.
Reminder. Ooh, you are hurting. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a little hurting right now.
You're a lot hurting.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to Undeath's Blessing for an action. And then for 2 actions, I'm going to maybe go back up to full. We'll see. I think I could do it.
Something plus
Well,
90. I know it's an incredible amount.
Yeah, let's see. I'm 90, 10 plus 90.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well, shit. That doesn't really work, does it? Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 9. That's 10. Wait, how did I miscount that? Okay, try it again.
The first one you pick up is 1, and then you start clicking with 2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay, here we go.
136. Good God.
All right. Let me use my calculator.
Yeah,
I'll just
there's no
figure this
shame in
out.
that at level 17. My lord.
All right, minus 136.
You're almost at full.
I, with a flick of my wrist, touch my chest, and black energy closes my wounds. No longer does this effect make me feel sick or unnatural. I bask in the shade and the shadows and use it to my advantage. Bring me up to only 37 wounds. That was a 2-action situation.
And then 1 for Undeath's Blessing.
But I also have some weird fucking abilities, so give me just a second, because I've got...
While you're doing that, I'm going to take the 1 action of the Porodaemon that is under your control to attack.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just get that out of the way now. Nat 2. Miss. Okay.
Okay, I have a fast channel?
This music is no longer working for me.
Yeah.
I'm not on yours, Shane. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, this is
Divine
getting
powers always at your
sad
fingertips.
now.
Swiftly respond to your call. When you cast harm or heal by spending 2 actions, you can get the effects of the 3-action version instead.
Oh.
So
that explodes out though, right?
It could explode outwards. And that would be a 30-foot emanation. Oh, look at that. So it would hit my fun little thing, it would hit this shadow, and it would hit my enemies, but it wouldn't hit any of my living allies.
That's true.
So only undead, and only daemons and shadows. So I think I would take a penalty to how much I healed to do this, but I think that's okay.
That is true. I think the 90 would get reduced
2
by a lot.
times, so 18. I would subtract 18.
Okay, so subtract
this.
18 from what you just, or from this. Gotcha.
So yeah, let me add
However it
18
works.
wounds, essentially.
Then it's a fort save.
Yes, and it is a force save.
Okay, there's the shadow. The shadow guardian rolled a 40, so that's a regular save. The Porodaemon rolled a nat 7 for 42, regular save, and Light's Void rolled a nat 10 for 45, regular success. So all of them are going to take half damage. None of them critically succeeded. That's good.
And also this heals the snake and rot trot, probably to full if they're injured at all.
Yeah, probably to full. Rot Trot is not, and I don't think the snake is either. But it damages them, so roll for the damage, and I will give that to the daemon and the lady.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe it's this.
So half of that, so 27?
27,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's the
and-
daemon is looking... Oh, wait, that was the... Oh, yeah, the guardian needed that, so that was...
And then I've got...
Yep, that was right.
Let me just double check another feat I got. The sheer force of your faith can bring a foe crashing down. If the next action you use is to cast harm or heal to deal damage to... Oh, it says damage to one creature. The target is knocked prone if it takes any damage from the spell. If the target critically fails its save, it also takes a minus 10-foot status penalty to its speed for 1 minute. Now, I'm wondering if you can choose one creature in a burst. Like only one gets cast down. Am I able to target somebody to knock them prone?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to cast down. Obviously, it would be great to cast down the shadow, but I'm not trying to focus on her right now. I'm trying to focus on the minions. So I want to cast down the Puro Demon.
Okay. Does it get a save?
It's if it takes damage.
It did.
From the spell. Any damage from the spell. I think that's why they were like, if it's like you used a single action or a double action to do it. So it's up to you if you want to allow this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so he just goes down prone.
He just goes down. Sweet. No save.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a level 16 cleric feat.
That checks out. There you go. It's off guard now.
Okay, and
no, sorry. You
think...
need prone, right?
Prone, yeah. He's
prone. Shit.
He's prone.
Okay. There you go.
I know his turn's coming up. I think probably right after me.
Soon. I need to get rid of its off guard.
So let me see. Can I? There
we go.
Are you talking to me? Here we go. Let's see.
So that was 3 actions, correct? And then you have your haste.
Yeah, I can move a little bit. I think I'm going to let's see. Where's Rhys? There's Rhys. You're on. You're on the boy. I'm gonna give her the runaround.
He's also invisible too, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move this way past her to get over to the other orbs in the back, like la da da, rot trotting along in the air, and I think that's 80 feet. Hold on, let me double check.
That looks right.
I can go a little further actually.
Oh yeah.
Go 10 feet more. Okay, that's it.
Cool. End of your turn. That's some bleed damage or something you were taking.
Oh. Yeah.
You take 15 more damage. Roll a d20. You need a flat check of, I think, 15. Oh wait, no, it rolled just above. It rolled just above you, so you did succeed. So let me double check.
Oh,
and make sure it's gone. Yeah, you're good.
Sweet. I was worried this was going to be a repeat of when my goblin got acid and then for like 12 turns couldn't roll above a 15. It was like rubbing his face against trees to get the acid off.
So let's see, Conne, you did a pretty significant amount of damage to this war daemon, correct? Like you critted it, right? The one on the far west, the one you're attacking?
That was Tessariel, right?
That was Tessariel? You didn't crit this? Oh yeah, she rolled that. That's right. But it still is in combat with y'all, so it's going to swipe out at you with its glaive, Conne.
Bring it.
Nat 17, that's going to crit probably.
Ah, why did I actually bring it when I'm weak to its weapons?
That crit. So this is going to hurt a whole hall of a lot. You absorb 9 of it because of your temp hit points. You take 60 damage as it slices at you, Conne. But it is going to spin around and take its second slash at Veltel, actually, because she's done some damage. Ooh, another net 17. That's another critical.
Oh my god!
At least that wasn't on you. So some resisted, but she takes 52 damage as this giant dark silver glaive slices into her. Ah! And then lastly, he's going for broke, going to attack Wasilka up on the stairs. I can't see it, it's freezing.
He crits again.
That 13, miss. Natural 13, and it had a low enough penalty for a miss. So it swipes at Wasilka. She leaps up above the blade and lands back on the stairs. It takes damage from your bleed, Conne. It takes 4 damage, and it failed its check, so it's going to keep bleeding. It's the alchemist's turn. What would you like it to do?
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chompity chomp. Okay, so make it the target. Fang. Nat 14, that's a hit. Great. Roll a d6 to see what kind of extra damage you do.
Alright.
1, that is
I think that might
acid.
be acid.
Yep, so roll 2d6, or 3d6, and I'll add extra damage to it.
Ooh, very low. 4 extra acid
4
damage.
extra damage. Okay, so... Oh, it's so close to dead. It's gonna keep biting, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Can't do much else.
Yeah, Conne is like trying to hold her wound together, just like, what are you doing? Just keep fighting!
Natural 16, so it hit. Another 30 damage. Oh my god, it has 5 hit points.
Oh my god.
Conne, roll a d6 to see what kind of damage. 4. So that's gonna be fire. So roll 3d6. If you can get 5 or more, the Karumzik Alchemist bot kills it. I see a 5.
Oh!
Yeah.
So-
Let's go.
Yup. So this thing bites furiously at its legs, and just like you programmed it to, starts pumping this napalm up into its veins, and its hulking corpse falls to the ground, dead. Fantastic. So let me delete that guy off of there. End of its turn. The orb continues to pulse and shoot more shadow energy into the Shadow of Urgathoa. And let me see here. I gotta check something. You are out of range, Zeviid, so it doesn't do anything to you. Rhys, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna, because I still have this damn thing in front of me, I'm gonna actually go do my this Dark Silver Spear and just start stabbing at it.
Great. It should be your target already, yeah.
Yep.
And it's bloodied. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it's nat 20
Nat
for a
20.
54
Yeah.
meaty crit. So go ahead and roll that damage first. Big meaty crits. It should have taken more than that. I'll fix its damage. 54 minus. It has 4 hit points.
Okay, that should be easy enough to get. Just don't.
So your second attack with your flurry, so your maximum.
Yeah.
That's a hit. 43
Fuck
nat
yeah,
9.
okay,
So
good.
any damage you do will kill it. So go ahead and roll that.
Yep.
Dead. So what do you do to stab this thing or kill this thing dead?
To kill this thing dead, I just kind of like get at its throat and just be like, should have been faster than that.
And it dissipates into shadows. Next up, the orb over to the left-hand side of the throne continues to pulsate energy into the light's void. And Zeviid, you catch a stray as it shoots a blast of shadows over to you. And it misses. Nat 7. Conne, you are up.
Alright. I may need some help. Can you show me what like a 20-foot wide circle looks like? You know,
Yes.
theoretically, the shape of a
Theoretically.
fireball burst, you know.
For no reason in particular.
Yeah.
For no reason in particular.
For no reason at all? You mean kind of like that?
Yeah, exactly, kind of like that. Or maybe even a little bit over that, so it could maybe include the orb.
Maybe. They are quite big. Whoops. I didn't mean to move that. Come on, grab the center. There we go. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. And is it 20... I can't tell from the description of the spell. Is it like 20-foot width total, or is it like 20-foot diameter or 20-foot radius?
I think it's diameter.
Diameter.
Yeah.
Okay. So the whole width.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Conne, let me select you, and then I'll give you targets. So here, and there you go. So now you can make them roll reflex saves.
Nice.
Are you within range? Yeah, you're within range. It's 120 feet. You can even lob it from there.
Fantastic. If I just click the D20 save button.
Yeah, the save ref DC 36, whatever, the D20 button. There they go. Nat 7, and Nat 3, and a Nat 8. Oh, man. The Purodamon, regular success. Light's Void, unfortunately, is a critical success, but the Shadow Orb regular fails, so some damage will be done. So go ahead and roll it. 72.
Well, I don't think this is
There's
right.
no way that's
This
right.
is-
There's no freaking way that's right.
It's not 72 D6. That's
No.
incorrect.
That is incorrect. Let me fix that. I must have programmed this myself and my finger slipped. Jesus. So 72. That is wrong. There we go. Deleted. I think that's supposed to be 76. 4, 5, 6, 7. Fire. Let me double check what that's supposed to be with Fireball, because that was wrong. 6d6 for... Yes, so yeah, 76. There you go. Now it should be right.
Fantastic. Alright. So here we go.
Alright, 23 to the orb, 11 to the daemon, and none to Light's Void as she shimmers out of the way. You still have an action and a haste action.
Yes. We should. This parademon has to go. But we've also got to destroy those orbs in the back.
I have
Were
an
your
idea
wings
for the
out from the
parademon.
start?
That is true. I've got my wings. Well, I know I cast Swift Stride or whatever it was. I don't think I pulled out
Fleet
my
step.
wings.
You
Fleet
could have
step.
before the fight started. What was that, Dani?
I have an idea for the parademon.
Ooh. That tells me Conne can do what she likes.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna rush to the back lines and try to. I'm gonna try to rush down the orbs.
All right.
So I think I'll make one movement action and then cast shield on myself.
Great. So let me
So
give you
if
shield.
you could move me 60 feet, I'm not sure how far exactly it is. Wait, I can just target there, and then with a flap of her membranous bat wings.
Right there.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're now close to those orbs. End of your turn brings it. You take some bleed damage, I guess, and then you rolled not quite high enough to succeed. So your shield absorbed 25 of that. It looks.
All right.
Or wait, not quite. Did it? No,
I
you
don't
took
know.
some damage. But you're still bleeding, and it is up to Veltel's turn now, and she sees. She's got blood in her eyes. She's been held here for so long. 2 movement actions to move 100 feet to get up to here. And she says, "You witch! You kept me from my love. You tore me from my lady's palace, and you forced me to turn to her. Tell you where she is. You will not leave this day." As she tries to swipe at her little demon here with a miss. Damn, that sucks. But Veltel should stop bleeding now, which is great. And she's immune to bleed damage, so it didn't matter anyway. But she is no longer bleeding from that. That brings it to the Poro Demon. Seeing a new target and having Zeviid having ran away, it is going to swipe down at her with its glaive. That's a hit. Not a crit, because I rolled an 8. Not great, but dealing 22 damage. Some resisted because she is a Banshee. Second attack coming in. That is another hit. Veltel takes another 23 damage. And it's just going to go for broke and swing a third time. Nat 5? That one's going to miss. So she's looking not super great, but she's still standing. Zeviid, what would you like the Mycelium to do? Just 3-action volley?
Yeah, 3-action volley on that parademon.
Got it. So it needs to make a reflex save. DC of 36? 47, that's a crit. So this time, the arrows kind of miss. They go a little bit too far to the side, ending its turn. Lights Void. Seeing all of this happening, Zeviid, you've moved away. This impudent banshee comes up to her and she says, "You have served your purpose. My lady has no further need for you." And she swings down with her sword, final rest, critically succeeding on
Is
Veltel.
there anything we can do as a reaction? Does anybody have any way to help
You
our
have
Banshee
Lucky
friend?
Get.
I'd like to. Can I Lucky Get
Yeah,
reaction
you can make
focus
me roll with
point?
disadvantage.
Yeah, I'd like her to re-roll that with take the
so-
lower of the 2.
It was both 10. It was exactly the
wow.
same on both. So,
All right.
dealing 83 damage to Veltel. Not all of it. But that is... And then she's going to swipe down with her hand as her second action. Natural 2? Was a miss. Wow.
Lucky
Lucky
Get.
Lucky Get, exactly. And then she's going to use, with her last action, Death Stealing Gaze. So Veltel is going to need to roll a fort save. Natural 4? That is a critical failure, so she's going to be drained 2 under Death Stealing Gaze. So she's looking up at the shadow and is sort of becoming lethargic and heavy in place. But that is the end of her turn. This orb, again, is still pumping shadow up into her. And Rhys, it is going to continue doing what it did and shoot a shadow blast your way. Nat 7? Miss!
Woohoo!
Lucky boy! So that's the end of it. Dani, you are now up.
Okay, so I have an idea that I would like to do. First, I need to know how tall is the ceiling.
Oh, it's like 70, 80 feet. It's very high.
Is fall damage a thing in here?
Sure.
Can I pick up the parademon
Yeah.
and go up as high to the ceiling as possible? And I would like to drop it down directly onto Light's Void.
Yes, you can do that. Go ahead, and you're going to need to roll an athletics check. I just gave you a +5 to it because you're in dragon form. So roll that publicly, and that's going to be against its, I'm going to say it's reflex DC. So you need a 42. And I gave you a +5, so.
Yep. So, athletics. Come on.
38, you need
absolutely-
4 more, so you need an 11.
I'm absolutely going to use a...
Cool, got a hero
Thingy.
point?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I gave you a 5. So yeah, you just need a natural 11 or better, and this thing's going up.
Does my Inspire Courage give me 1 or no?
No, that's for attacks and
Okay.
damage. Oh wait, no, that is technically a strike. Sure, put a 1 in your modifier.
So, 6.
So you need a 10 or higher, even odds.
Come on.
Oh.
I don't care. I have to do this. I want to do this.
Yep, you
I
give yourself that
just
+1 again.
So,
Just need a 10. That's all you need.
Why are the dice being so cruel today? Oh my god!
That was
That's-
almost a nat 20. It was so
No.
close.
Do you need another hero point?
I have one last one.
Okay.
This is frustrating me.
Did you give yourself the? Ugh.
Oh, I didn't give myself the 5, but that wouldn't have mattered either way.
No, you actually. No,
Actu-
you did. No, you didn't have the 5. That
36?
one would have done it.
Yeah.
Would it
Because
have?
You
Would do
needed
it.
a natural 10. That one does it. So, what you swoop in and it goes up. What do you do?
I am taking it all the way up as high as it can go. So my flying speed is 100. So I assume I can get to the very top.
Okay, I'm gonna call it 100 feet. So 10d6 as this thing comes down. 35 damage. That's not nothing.
Does it do any damage to her as it hits her?
I'll say yes.
You're
She'll take
using it as
half of
11, I
that.
love it.
The 35, half of that is like 17. Yeah, I'll give her 17 damage from that. Cool. So it falls down, lands on her back first, crashing into her. I'm gonna say that's probably the end of your turn, right? No, you have haste. You can have 1 action more.
Is Breath Weapon a thing?
Roll a d4.
Roll a
It
D-
resets on a d4 rounds. So if you roll a 1, you can do it. Nope,
Three.
not yet. But you could
No.
slash with your claw or something.
Would I be able to do that?
You just roll your dagger. I've given you extra damage and extra attack as a buff, so it should compensate.
Cool. So, let's go with that then. Who am I hitting? I assume that guy right there.
Yeah, not quite enough on that one, unfortunately. So you drop him down, you come down and slash at him, but to no avail. Let's see. Ares is going to move with the Hierophant a little bit closer. They are going to run here, run in, and then Ares is going to give a Jaws attack. See if he can help. Oops, I don't know why I rolled. Oh, that's why. Critical miss against the poor Damon. It rolled a nat 2. And Arwen is going to... Where would you like Arwen to move, Rhys?
Erwin,
Melee or up the stairs?
I think up the stairs.
Okay. Whoops. So Arwen's going to move up to like here. You can get a little bit of high ground.
Yep, that was the
End of
plan.
Arwen's turn. Layer action. Okay. This is round 3? Yes. Okay. Oh, I did those in the wrong order. That's fine. I'll just do the round 2 one instead. Chill of Dread. Being in the throne room of Urgathoa makes a shivering dread wash over you. All creatures within the throne room take 8d8 cold damage on a basic fortitude save, DC 42. Any living creature that fails its save must also roll a will save against fear. So everyone please roll a fortitude save, DC 42.
I am dead.
I think I'm good.
Everybody's making their saves so far. Well, there's that. So I have a gift. I don't think I can give it to you, but I have something that could help you out. But it would be up to, I don't know. I picked the
What's
card,
that?
so maybe not.
What's that?
Asmodeus.
No. Let's
Okay,
let it
I'm into
happen.
it. No, you can let that
You
one
are.
happen. I can let that happen.
So you would turn a natural 1 into a natural 20, and then Asmodeus would know your true name. Which
Was this one of our, like,
this is a card
Baba
I
Yaga
picked.
cards?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was waiting, but I mean, it's very dependent. If I never roll a 1, I never get to use it. You know what I mean? So I was wondering if I could give it to you, but it's your choice. If you want to not do this, I could just give you a hero point instead. And
I
just
feel
we
like
could
that
save
would
it.
probably be used for something a lot bigger and a lot better than
All
getting
right,
some cold
then.
damage.
All
All
right.
right, I'll give you my hero point. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Let me see if I get anything, any buffs, anything. Where would that be at? Would it be in, like, class features or anything like that?
I don't think you do. It's fortitude. Bards are not very good at that.
No, we're, like, crap at this.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna try.
Sorry, it critically fails.
Oh, thank you, Zeviid.
Oh, that was so much better. You succeed.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna take. So, Dani, you only take 20 damage. Then let's see.
Thanks.
Wasilka will take full damage, so she's at 160 wounds. Then Tasariel. Who else? Conne, 43. You succeed, so you take 20 damage. Rhys, you critically succeed, so you take no damage. And
Yep.
Zeviid, you take half damage. You take 20. Can you all give yourselves that?
So,
0 damage, yes.
And then
I'm at
did any?
half. I'm at directly half health.
Who of you failed that check? Dani did? No, you succeeded. Did any of you fail?
I didn't fail. No, we all
Tasariel
succeeded.
failed. So she needs to roll a will save versus fear. Tasariel is frightened. Frightened 2.
I thought
You
she
know,
was dead.
I kind of don't blame her. She's still grappling with the fact that she spent 1,000 years as the slave of Urgathoa's second in command, and now she's going against her very own shadow. If anyone has any cause to be afraid, it's her.
Absolutely. So she is
Yeah.
now frightened 2, but she's the only one. Oh, wait, didn't someone else critically?
I succeeded.
Did anyone else crit fail? Just Tasariel. Okay, yeah. So she is the only one that's frightened. So all of you get blasted with this cold energy, and she's standing amongst these snakes, freezing. She's still drained too from being having it fed on, even though you helped her out, Zeviid. But that's the end of the lair action. That's the Hollow Serpent. What would you like it to do, Zeviid?
The Hollow Serpent, I direct to kill the Pyrodamon.
All right. So 30 feet, perfect. So it moves over to here. Jaws attack. I was almost a nat 20, so that's a miss. End of its turn. That is going to be the end of the round, and I think this is a great place for us to stop for this week. I know we're going to definitely be off next week, but we're going to shoot for the one after. This fight was definitely going to go on for longer than a single session, regardless of what we did. So, hope everyone will join us in hopefully 2 weeks, where we will continue the fight against Light's Void, the Shadow of Urgathoa. See you all then.
Bye.
Bye, folks.